This poem is called Irishmen Ascending. I am an Irishman, last name Farrell, wife named Bridget, Celtic daughter, roots in counties, fords and water. I am an Irishman, well, so my second passport and new papers now say. However, I was born in England. Does not that really make me an Englishman then? No, for that tribe is long gone, and unless in a silly song, it's rude and racist now to even express that. You know, I am an Englishman, I am an Englishman. It's hateful, nationalistic, and in my case, tainted. Mind you, it always was tainted English waters that I drank, you know, tainted with wine. I mean, the never-ending wine of the Scots, mixed with their unending hatred of all things English. So I am a Scotsman. Well, my father was. I've lived there 5 times now, but was never kilted, just guilted by my English accent, you see, and by not being quite as outwardly angry as I really should be. Mr. Singh wears a turban, but he's an urban Glaswegian, got the accent, you see, and is definitely not English, whereas we, sired by Scots but cursed with English accents, we lovers of roast beef, of pudding and of peas, might need a turban to be accepted in Dumfries and some boot polish to get us by. Aye, you had better believe it. I am British, then, the last of the Mohicans, the last of the litter, even the runt. But who wants to be British now and be marked as a former colonial and commanding, well, you know, something that rhymes with Jeremy Hunt? Britain has gone now anyway. Yes, the Brits have left through a large cat flap, and in any event their rewards are crap. You can still get an OBE though, but the only empire left is the old cinema that is now a mosque. Yes, the former colonies have come to Britain, and everyone is British now, and the old wine has been watered down, but proofed up with even more division and hate to come. I tell you, you're going to need a fast car to avoid Allahu Akbar in the time to come. But for now, to be white British is to be essentially either a poor caricature of the past, you know, an old Englishman saying, "Hello, old chap, do you like my cravat, my old top hat, my rough-shod riding boots and Christian atheism, my Downton Abbey and my inbred racism?" Or something worse and something vile like the lined-up losers seen nightly on Jeremy Kyle. So, I'm an Irishman now. Well, through my grandfather, a farm worker who went to find bread in Scotland's damp vapour, who also found a wife there, a woman who could only make her mark on paper, an illiterate, hard-working Scotswoman who had to marry a poor Irishman of letters to escape the fetters of starvation. Their marriage was but mutual survival tactics of a pair of Roman Catholics. I used to be a Catholic as well, even a product of Jesuit beatings, though, to be sure. That's the Irish in me just gushing out now. I earned them in all of my behind-the-bike shed meetings. I was a rule breaker, you see, with a bad answer for everything I did wrong. The pong, well, an obvious product of Irish blood. I was even confirmed as a Catholic and chose Patrick as my religious nom de plume, which made my Scotsman father fume. He said, "You should have chosen Andrew, it's a bit more of a can-do kind of name. Oh, flower of Scotland, when will we see your like again?" Never. And thinking on never, he never spoke about his father, who the documents now tell me was also called Patrick, my confirmation choice of names. That should have made him comment. It should have made him happy, but it did not. Even so, unknowingly, I chose interestingly. Interestingly, my father responded knowingly. So he was saying, forget the Irish. He was saying, let's not mention or refer to them again. More secrets, sins, and hate. He never spoke about the postman or of Pat, his father. I mean, never, ever. Save once when he recounted him sitting, I say sitting on a brick where he farted, and consequently several men parted his immediate vicinity. Loud and deadly smells. That's it. That's all I know about my heritage as an Irishman. Not a good start, but Pat apparently could fart for Ireland. It's not much of an inheritance, is it? However, I do possess the gift, for I too can fire wind from the hip. My grandfather's, yes indeed, can I let her rip. My dad should be proud now, but he was a Scotsman with an English son who is now an Irishman, a poet, a throw-it-up-in-the-air big-mouth roughneck, an emotional wreck, an immigrant speck on the ever-turning pages of hungry history. Clinton is Irish. All the bad philandering evidence is there for that. Obama is Irish, but as usual, all the evidence is highly suspect. However, Obama has split his nation with foul smell. So maybe foreign Barry's from Ballyforan after all. Even so, by history and by blood, I am apparently an Irishman. But I don't know what that really means. Save that now. The No Irish sign has been removed from the downstairs windows of my house, and somewhere, deep down in my soul, there is an uncomfortable moving around. Chairs have been pushed back from the silent card-playing table. Coats have been grabbed, hats, and something metal, I think. Can you hear it as well? In my basement, the scrapings, the noises, and the low voices of men moving and preparing. I hear a ticking as well, and footsteps on the first wood of my untouched, bare pine stairs. The door is locked. Oh, thank God, the door is locked. But I think these are Irishmen ascending, and they have big shoulders, spare keys, in the groin knees, and a smiling insistence of a bullying bravado verging on cruel, together with the all-evident need for fuel, for drink, for music, laughter, tall tales and freedom, all things green and all things nice, especially self-expression, to be taken and fought for, paid for, at any price. Yes, I am an Irishman, but I can't work out if this is now the beginning or the end of all my troubles.